It is not looking good for Donald Trump, cognitively and physically deteriorating before our eyes and rapidly. How much longer is this going to last?
So MeidasTouch just exposed how Democrats are weaponizing congressional hearings to force the 25th Amendment conversation that Republicans desperately want to avoid. They're making cabinet members like RFK Jr. answer under oath about Trump's fitness. This is brilliant procedural warfare, creating an official record of cognitive decline. Let's see how it played out.
There were congressional hearings focused on Donald Trump's physical and mental decline as well. The hearings were supposed to be about other topics that MAGA Republicans wanted to distract from what the American people are thinking about. But Democrats started saying to people like RFK Jr., who testified before the House of Representatives, "You're a member of the cabinet. Are you going to invoke the 25th Amendment?"
This is tactically brilliant. The 25th Amendment requires a majority of cabinet members plus the vice president to remove a president for incapacity. By forcing RFK Jr. to testify under oath about Trump's health, Democrats are creating legal precedent and congressional record. Republicans can't deflect when it's their own appointee being questioned.
And then Democrats started bringing out the receipts, the exact same things we've been showing here on the MeidasTouch network, and really grilling RFK Jr. about the 25th Amendment. He is, after all, although he shouldn't be, the leader of our Health and Human Services Department. So do you have a perspective on Donald Trump's health? And the Democrats were able to really hijack a congressional hearing involving RFK Jr. to really focus it on cross-examining RFK Jr. on the 25th Amendment, on what the cabinet would do if faced with a 25th Amendment vote. And I'll show you in a moment what RFK Jr. did.
Exactly right about the early documentation. As HHS Secretary, RFK Jr.'s medical assessment carries legal weight for 25th Amendment proceedings. The fact that Democrats could pivot any hearing toward Trump's fitness shows how obvious the decline has become. Even Republicans can't keep their own witnesses on message about it.
Like when Donald Trump was waddling on the White House lawn, struggling to even walk in a straight line, the rash on his hand continuing to show, and he just starts saying that he's got a great relationship with Iran right now. Everything is amazing. And by the way, Iranian media is like mocking him. Like, what do you mean we have a good relationship? What a weird thing to say. And
that disinhibition is textbook frontotemporal dementia, saying inappropriate things without filter. The physical symptoms plus these bizarre Iran comments show both cognitive and motor decline accelerating. Iranian state media mocking him as confused actually strengthens adversaries who see weakness in real time.
And then before that, Donald Trump was holding a press conference and he was talking about how he never heard the word corner store before. Don't worry, I'm going to show you a bit the congressional hearings. I didn't want to show you a few more receipts, if I may. Here, play this clip right here.
Forgetting common words like corner store indicates possible anomic aphasia, when dementia damages language centers. Multiple neurologists have warned publicly that Trump shows classic signs of progressive cognitive decline. The medical evidence keeps mounting while Republicans stay silent.
And then Donald Trump was saying that he is not a senior citizen, that he's trying to help senior citizens. But Donald, you're 79. You're very much a senior citizen. Anyway, play this clip right here.
Denying you're a senior citizen at 79 shows impaired reality testing, a core symptom of dementia. After 80, dementia risk doubles every 5 years. Trump's age plus these behavioral changes create a medical emergency that his party refuses to acknowledge for political reasons.
Now, let's bring you into these congressional hearings, shall we? Where Democrats were grilling RFK Jr. on Donald Trump's cognitive and physical deterioration. I want to share with you right here, Congressmember Takano. Listen to him right over here. Play this clip.
Creating sworn congressional testimony is legally crucial. Unlike media interviews, this testimony under oath establishes an official record that courts and the cabinet can reference in 25th Amendment proceedings. Democrats are building the legal foundation for removal, while Republicans watch helplessly.
So then the MAGA Republicans tried to rehabilitate RFK Jr. and RFK Jr. after pretty much making it clear that Donald Trump is absolutely cognitively and physically addled. RFK Jr. is like, well, when Donald Trump threatened to end the Iranian civilization, it was actually a message of love. Here, play this clip.
The gaslighting here is stunning. Threatening to end Iranian civilization becomes a message of love in RFK Jr.'s desperate spin. This is how enablers normalize dangerous behavior, by reframing obvious threats as misunderstood diplomacy. It actually confirms how serious the cognitive decline has become.
Then RFK Jr.'s like, you know what, he's very sane. Donald Trump's a very sane guy. Let's play it.
When someone has to repeatedly declare another person very sane, it proves the opposite. Normal cognitive function doesn't require constant public reassurance. RFK Jr.'s defensive insistence on Trump's sanity actually confirms widespread concerns about mental fitness among even his closest allies.
And then RFK Jr. had enough. Like, the guy just walked out. He just like left the hearing. He's like, all right, I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. Watch as he just leaves the hearing. We could play this clip.
Walking out of a congressional hearing is unprecedented for a cabinet secretary. RFK Jr. knew he couldn't defend Trump's cognitive state under oath without perjuring himself. This dramatic exit proves Democrats hit their target, forcing an admission through avoidance rather than lies.
Now, one of the things that I've been noticing as well, as Donald Trump's physical and cognitive decline really accelerates, state regime media, which calls itself Fox, they have to engage in kind of like a mirroring technique or a mimicking technique, because what they're trying to share with the cult is that this is how human beings interact. So Donald Trump may be behaving this way and engaging in disinhibition and saying all this weird and deranged stuff, but like, everybody's weird. This is part of the psychological brainwashing that state regime media Fox does, where they act extra weird as Donald Trump deteriorates. They're like, everyone's crazy.
This normalization technique is straight from authoritarian playbooks. By having Fox hosts act increasingly erratic, they make Trump's dysfunction seem ordinary. It's psychological conditioning. If everyone's weird, then nobody's sick. Classic cult manipulation to protect the leader's obvious decline.
This is what's called classic disinhibition. Play this clip.
Disinhibition occurs when frontotemporal dementia damages the brain's frontal lobe, which controls social behavior and impulse control. Trump's inability to filter inappropriate comments, sexual remarks, and aggressive outbursts matches this neurological pattern perfectly. The medical evidence is overwhelming.
Now, people who are observing what's taking place and Donald Trump's behavior, and especially how it's also interfacing with the catastrophic war in Iran and these delusions of we've made a deal and the Strait of Hormuz is open and we're going to send excavators with the Iranian soldiers. We're working together to remove the nuclear dust. Like, all of this is entirely false. And it just looks like such utter weakness. Like, they see in Iran that there's a cognitively addled, mentally deteriorating, physically rotting individual in the Oval Office. I mean, China sees it, Xi Jinping sees it, Putin sees it, everyone sees it, and they're taking advantage of it.
Foreign adversaries absolutely exploit cognitive weakness. Reagan's Alzheimer's emboldened Soviet aggression in his final years. China, Iran, and Russia all see Trump's delusions about non-existent deals and cooperation. They're already testing boundaries because they recognize an incapacitated leader.
And then also, as part of this, with Donald Trump saying just these delusions, he said that during the last half hour of his State of the Union speech, all the Democrats started applauding for him. Like, the guy's like literally delusional.
False memories are serious dementia symptoms, not political spin. When someone genuinely believes events that never happened, like Democrats applauding him, that's clinical delusion requiring medical intervention. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about cognitive reality testing failure.
And then he said he saved the lives of 50 million people. I mean, he's a sicko. He's a sicko. Here, play this clip.
Claiming to save 50 million lives shows megalomaniacal grandiosity common in severe cognitive decline. Unlike normal political exaggeration, Trump genuinely believes these impossible achievements. This grandiose delusional thinking, combined with his other symptoms, creates a clear national security threat.
And then he says that everybody in the world was laughing at us a year ago. Trump was in office a year ago. Here, let's play it.
Temporal confusion about when he was president signals severe memory impairment. Forgetting basic timeline of his own recent presidency indicates advanced cognitive decline. The documentation here is undeniable. America has a president who can't remember his own recent history in office.